These two incredible powers would begin to collide through Universe 18, which would attract the attention of all the other gods. Since the goddess Ceres had never expelled her maximum power, DAISHINKAN, who was her teacher, had not required her to use 100% of her power. I'm surprised Ceres released all her power. She's even trained with me and never decided to use it all because her demonic blood could get out of control, ending my life, although I doubt it very much.
DAISHINKAN, apparently this battle's interesting since they both are powerful warriors. I want to know the outcome of this battle.
I'm anxious too, my lord, as I've never been able to contemplate 100% of the power of the goddess of destruction Ceres.
Everything would turn red around him in the battle, while several hands of hundreds of warriors would rise from the ground. This would leave Goku surprised, since that type of energy was never perceived, but without him being able to put himself on guard, he was sent flying with incredible brutality. So much so that this time, his entire body was destroyed by a single blow, and everything around him would be filled with blood. Seconds later, Goku would fall to the ground, and Ceres would approach.
What's happened? Were you not able to see my blow? I hope you have much more power. Because your arrogance, you should have a great power that supports you. Goku would stand up, spitting out blood, but something would leave everyone shocked would be the smile on his face. I didn't expect that. I never thought that being called the simple god of destruction would have power to hurt me. That's amazing. Ceres, before able to say anything, she would receive a blow just as powerful as the one she sent to Goku. Sent flying, but Ceres, not expecting Goku's counterattack, would fall on the ground, forming a gigantic explosion around her. Wow, the power of Goku is able to connect a blow that incredible. Even though he has my knowledge on the battlefield, it amazes me he's able to even find her blind spots under control. But his only weak point is his overconfidence, since for that very reason Ceres was able to hit him. From the crater created was a great lightning would rise to the top of the planet, which where the entire planet, the god Ceres, would be destroyed. Because Goku's blow had caused her great pain, and because of this, Ceres' flurry would increase greatly.
I don't know who the hell you are, but you can't let a mere mortal attack me like this. Right this minute, I'll plan to pulverize you completely. Heh, I want you to try. I doubt you'll be able to do it, though.
Ceres, annoyed, would pounce on Goku and would exchange millions of blows, destroying planets and stars, but the longer it went on, Goku was able to adapt to her combat style, and Goku would dodge and block these attacks easily. Unlike Ceres, who would receive multiple blows over the body, these blows were able to paralyze the entire internal system, now allowing her to use the energy that is able to defend herself with pure physical strength. Since she couldn't boost herself with energy, Goku, with a great speed, was able to hold one of the legs, destroying planets and stars with her body, and finally throwing it to a planet, being dragged through a few mountains.
What happened? I thought you'd have more power.
Apparently your power isn't enough to face me.
Don't worry, I don't plan to end your life. I just want to check 100% of your power.
Goku would turn his back to Ceres, but as he began to move away from the whole place, everything around him would freeze, while an incredible domain would be released over the place. This time Goku felt his body paralyzed, and he wasn't able to move one of his muscles. While death was forming in Ceres' aura, this essence emanated from her body, and was able to feel for the 18 universes, even in the realm of Zeno-sama, which would be surprised. What kind of power is this? It's the energy Ceres was never able to demonstrate in her training. After all, the demonic blood was true. I gotta stop it. Since Goku doesn't have the ability to cope with that power. DAISHINKAN trying to leave for Universe 18, it'd be impossible since these universes were sealed by the energy of Ceres, including the kingdom of Zeno-sama. DAISHINKAN and Zeno-sama could only see the fight unfolding, and Ceres would stand up. With an incredible scream and an incredible power would be released at once, being so powerful that a sound wave would crush the entire body of Goku, making him fall to the ground.
What is this? Although it caused me damage, this pain was created for me. What kind of power is this?
Ceres would approach everything around him was altered, and since the power of Ceres was so much, that reality was distorting. I'll end your existence once and for all. The fist of Ceres was centimeters away from hitting Goku's face. This aura was able to move it away for a few meters. That's right, Goku had decided to access a power beyond that which the beings knew. This is my true power. I'm not able to master it in this state as my body seems to explode, so watch this and admire all my power. Ceres, surprised, would stare at the warrior in front of her. Who the hell are you? I never thought that there'd be a being with power like yours, because with DAISHINKAN-sama, I had to restrain myself from using my demonic blood. Goku's power would continue to rise in a great way. While multiple roars were able to be heard throughout Universe 18, Goku's appearance began to change. Since on the occasion fur would be covering his body, then a guardian saw this transformation that he was accessing and began to sweat and tremble, since it was the same transformation which humiliated them. This is the ultimate transformation! The transformation which was able to be born, because even though we used all our power, we weren't able to do anything against it.
Were you guys able to see that state of Goku? What was that?
My lord, it was when Daishinkan saved us, but the longer the battle went on, the powerful that state was lost. I don't know why, but the power he gave off, I dare to say, was more powerful than you.
Well, that's interesting. I thought Goku was going to die at the hands of Sirius, but he's able to return by releasing a power that he never showed in our trainings. This is just what I want, being able to protect us.
Goku would continue to transition while Sirius was amazed by the power released by Goku. After a few minutes, it was even possible to observe a great beast for the 18 universes, making each of the gods and angels tremble. Everything would return to normal, or what was believed, because in front of Sirius, the prince of the entire divine kingdom was in his max power. I never thought that the 18 universes, that I would have to use 100% of my power. You're a worthy opponent. I hope you're ready.
Believe it or not, my body's shaking with excitement. I long for a battle like this. You have no idea. Attack when you want. It'll be the best battle of my life.
Both warriors stared at each other, their auras colliding, and without saying a single word, these warriors launched themselves at each other, and the battle both were having was the most destructive battle in the 18 universes and everything existing. Since even a king of all with his unlimited power wasn't able to follow the battle by not having combat capabilities. The priest like Daishinkan, however, was able to have the knowledge of the battlefield but didn't have the reserves of the king at all. And despite this, Goku, with both genetics, was able to incredibly hold Sirius up, and his oversight with one of his arms would be scratched by the demonic blood of the unknown. But Goku, with great determination, would form an energy sword in his arm and was able to count with his arm, giving a big smile to make Sirius shudder. I was able to study your combat, and I know your attacks contain toxins.
Well, so you are observant. This battle is interesting.
Goku, thanks to regeneration of an angel, would heal his arm. Starting to exchange millions of blows again, Goku's blood would be watered by each of the planets of the Universe 18. Without importance giving at the end of 4 hours, which none of the two gave up, Goku would throw a big roar out of combat, and Sirius would cover all the wounds and would be out of combat. The power of both we're able to demonstrate is incredible. I have to say that it would be next to the rulers of everything existing.
I agree. Since this power is incredible, we can't allow it to be other than Goku to have that power. Please, go search for Goku and then eliminate the 6 universes of greater power.
Although it seems extreme, my lord, it hurts me to know that my apprentice Sirius will be affected by this decision. I'm sure she'll understand. We can't risk a warrior with that level appearing. Daishinkan, with his great speed, would move through the universes, being able to reach Universe 18. Taking Goku in his arms, leaving quickly, the instant Daishinkan arrived at the Zeno-sama kingdom, an incredible power began to be felt through the palace.
I, the king of all exists, decide that the universes of 13 to 18 would be destroyed. We cannot allow an imbalance of the 12 universes.
Zeno-sama would throw a powerful energy, beginning to destroy all these universes, and its inhabitants with the same fate. The great sphere of energy began to arrive at Universe 18, but Sirius, about to die from such an incredible explosion, masked as subject, was able to create a portal saving a life of the goddess Sirius of Universe 18.
We've been able to get rid of future problems, and because I'm sure if the most powerful gods agreed, they'd be able to make a revolution.
I agree, my lord, but it'll be better to worry about Goku, since his injuries are serious. Apparently this time, we'll have to rest in the Heavenly Kingdom.
It'll be best so we don't have anything happen to Sirius or the other universes. Because of the purity of his heart, I'm sure he'll be upset with us. However, Universe 18, the blood of Son Goku, like the blood of Sirius, began to travel over the vast universe, mixing with other universes. And from there, a powerful race called the Saiyans would be born, who would be experts on the battlefield with a body designed for combat. I'm the first Super Saiyan God. The power is amazing. Nothing and no one's able to beat me. My power is unlimited. And thus the legend of the Super Saiyan God would be born. Millions of years passed since Goku would be sent to the Celestial Kingdom because Goku would return with the intention of facing Sirius. Zeno-sama, DAISHINKAN, I have to heal my wounds, as well as get a new power to face Sirius again. She's the only goddess to force me to use all my power. Goku, I'm afraid to tell you Sirius with the 6 most powerful universes were eliminated since you were out of combat. And in the Celestial Kingdom, Sirius, along with the 6 gods, tried to overthrow the powerful Zeno-sama. And for that reason, they eliminated by the great Zeno-sama since they left us no alternative. I can't believe it! I'm sure Sirius's heart was pure. I understand that this will be complex to understand, but we have to give you time so you can understand everything that happened to Sirius. I'll leave to analyze the development of the other universes while I think about everything that happened. Don't worry, because I won't do anything that puts our universe at risk. Goku would go through the universes, thoughtful. Goku, flying aimlessly, would notice a race similar to him called the Saiyans, and he'd observe someone identical to him. Who are these guys? But who's this warrior? Since I feel a different energy in him other than all the other races of the universes. Goku would arrive to planet Vegeta, which all the soldiers would make reverence similar to that of Supreme Commander Bardock. It's an honor to have you back, Bardock-sama. Why did you leave? We thought you were on a planet. However, Bardock would arrive, leaving the other Saiyans surprised, while Goku and Bardock stared at each other, because on this occasion, the power of both began to rise in a great way.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.